Biden was also interrupted by a Parkland victim, apparently.
I know public policy can seem remote, technical, and distant from our everyday lives, but because of your work, your advocacy, your courage, lives will be saved today and tomorrow because of this. Will we match thoughts and prayers with action? I say yes. And that's what we're doing here today.
Are you?
Right, there's that sound. So during the ceremony, the president, though, was interrupted by a man who, according to the Wall Street Journal, is Manuel Oliver. He's the father, there he is, of a Parkland shooting victim.
Make no mistake. Sit down, you'll hear what I have to say. If you think...
I've been trying to tell you this for years.
Let me finish my comment. Let him talk. Let him talk. No one... Okay?
This new gun law toughens background checks for the youngest gun buyers, keeps firearms away from domestic violence offenders, and helps states use red flag laws to make it easier
Doesn't do hardly anything.
to take weapons from people deemed dangerous.
I mean, I guess it's a step in the right direction. I'd rather hear what the Fox Los Angeles, you dropped the ball. You should have got an interview with the father of the Parkland victim. Go to Hunter Biden. This one is wild. 4chan users claim to have hacked Hunter Biden's iCloud account. Yeah, there we go. There we go. I can make it. 4chan users claim to have hacked Hunter Biden's iCloud account. The contents of Hunter Biden's iCloud account have allegedly been hacked by users of the 4chan community who posted screenshots purported to be from his phone and computer on the website's main political forum late on Saturday night. Administrators on the image board moved quickly in the hours after the content was posted to pull down threads that included materials from the alleged leak, leaving many on the site, which is known for featuring some of the most salacious subject matter on the internet. The content from the leak could not immediately be verified by the Washington Examiner, and a White House representative did not immediately respond to a request for comment. It was not immediately clear if the contents of the 4chan leak included any materials from the younger Biden's infamous laptop, of which the Washington Examiner verified the authenticity of earlier this year. The infamous laptop, which emerged into the public view in the final weeks of the 2020 election, contains details about the first son's financial dealings and personal matters. Hunter Biden's financial affairs, including millions of dollars worth of dealings and money transfers tied to countries such as Ukraine, China, and Russia, have been under federal scrutiny since 2018. Hunter Biden, who revealed the existence of an inquiry into his tax affairs just after the 2020 election, previously claimed to be 100% certain he will be cleared of wrongdoing. Washington Examiner was able to confirm the legitimacy of the laptop after obtaining a copy of the hard drive and having examined by a former Secret Service agent who has testified as a cyber forensics expert. That does not provide me any bit of certainty. A FBI agent who has testified as a cybersecurity agent sounds like a grifter to me. My analysis revealed that there is a 100% certainty that Robert Hunter Biden was the only person responsible for the activity on this hard drive and all of its stored data. Dimitrioulas revealed Hunter Biden's MacBook Pro was not hacked. The data contained on the hard drive is authentic. Based on the data examined, there was no manipulation of any photographs, emails, documents, or other user activity. I don't believe it. Also, I thought I was reading from the Gazette. I thought it was the Denver Gazette, by the way, but it was the Gazette, which was republishing a Washington Examiner article. The Washington Examiner is a little questionable as a source. Just pointing that out. Hunter Biden reportedly called Jill. Dr. Jill Biden. Hunter Biden reportedly called Dr. Jill Biden a cunt in texts. Content warning. Hunter Biden reportedly called Jill an entitled cunt in texts. Hunter Biden called his stepmom, Jill Biden, a vindictive moron. Well, I mean, she is a shit lib, so right-wingers are morons. And entitled cunt in text messages after she urged him to go to rehab to kick his drug habit, according to a new report. But also, I feel really bad about reading this. So the dude's at his lowest point. It's not an indictment of Dr. Jill Biden. She seems like a perfectly, pleasant lady. This dude is at his lowest point, detoxing. I mean, not detoxing, but he's high as fuck. And we've got to read about their family bullshit just because Joe wants to be president. It should not be anything that we... Clearly he needs help. And I feel bad about reading this. This is me doing I picked this because I want to talk about the Hunter Biden bullshit that the right wing is all up in arms about. And then, here's this fun story about him calling her a cunt. But it's not a fun story. It's not a fun story at all. He's at a low point and he needs help, and she's trying to make sure that he gets help. And he lashed out at her at his lowest point. This is family nonsense that we have no business hearing about. But also it's a train wreck and I can't look away. Fuck my stepmother for always being as much of a selfish, silly, entitled cunt as you, he wrote to Haley as their brief relationship deteriorated. So he's saying that to his girlfriend or ex-girlfriend. He's saying that to his stepmom. He admitted to calling his stepmom a fucking moron, a vindictive moron. Text to his uncle, who is President Biden's brother. Hunter said he had raged to Jill that he was smarter than her. You do know the drunkest I've ever seen is still smarter than you could ever even comprehend, and you're a sick grammar teacher that wouldn't survive one class in an Ivy graduate program, Hunter said in the text. Jesus, fuck. But go fuck. She's a... God damn it. So go fuck yourself, Jill. Let's all agree I don't like you any more than you like me. Another text to his uncle. Hunter bemoaned that his own father allegedly hadn't visited him during his prior stints in rehab. Literally has never come to one, never actually called me while in rehab, Hunter wrote of his father. That's a little insane. Text messages were uncovered on an iPhone that was found backed up on Hunter's laptop from the laptop from hell. The revelations of the brutal messages emerged the same week. Hunter was repeatedly photographed alongside his father and First Lady in Washington. Yeah, Merkin, you're right. The story does indeed humanize them. I feel more sympathetic towards Biden because of reading this. And I was just picking on him earlier. But hey, Hunter's not the only one that has bad things to say about Dr. Jill Biden. He's a frequent target on the right, and the Army has now suspended a general for apparently mocking First Lady Jill Biden on Twitter. retired Lieutenant General Gary Volesky is suspended while under investigation for his reply to Dr. Biden's tweet about the Dobbs v. Jackson Supreme Court decision. On Friday, the U.S. Army suspended retired Lieutenant General Gary Volesky, 60, from his mentorship role after he replied to Dr. Joe Biden's tweet in a seemingly mocking tone. Volesky replied to the First Lady's June 24th tweet, which expressed her disappointment in the Supreme Court's Dobbs v. Jackson Women's Health Organization decision to overturn Roe v. Wade. Biden wrote, "For nearly 50 years, women have had the right to make our own decisions about our bodies. Today, that right was stolen from us, and while we may be devastated by this injustice, we will not be silent. We will not sit back as the progress we have already won slips away." Volesky's reply, which has since been deleted, reportedly said, "Glad to see you finally know what a woman is. This fucking general has been watching Matt Walsh." Sir, General, what was your name? Gary Volesky? Gary Volesky? Sir, if you like Matt Walsh, perhaps you should come over here and you should watch the Troll Patrol, because Matt Walsh said that I am a formidable voice in the culture.
Justin FREAKIN, the formidable voice in the culture.
He is not supposed to make political statements, but however, he is retired. He was just in a mentorship role. Like, yeah. Still, you should follow the code of conduct.